What's up, girl? What's up, girl? Thank you so much for joining my live today. So, today I want to talk about how to show up regardless. And so, the last time that I did a mindset training on um, Facebook and Instagram Live, I actually had a few people like reach out and say like that they really enjoyed the live. Hey, Burnett, there. And so, yeah, I was like honestly shocked because um, I had a couple people be like, I actually like mindset training, like that's my jam. And I was like, you know what? I honestly never really do mindset training to the public. I typically reserve that for my clients. Um, but yeah, if you're watching this live, then give me a hashtag live. If you're watching this on replay, then give me a hashtag replay. I am sick. I don't know if this is like day 3 or day 4. So that's why I've got the glasses on. I have like literally no makeup on except lip gloss. That's it. And my voice is changing. So I plan to make this like a short live because of the fact that I am sick. I wasn't even like sure if I was gonna come on or not, but I was like, you know what? This is actually perfect opportunity to do a live about like being able to show up because I did a coaching call privately with my clients today. And one of my clients, she has COVID, but she literally still showed up to the coaching call today on Zoom. And she actually joined my program when she got COVID. And like this girl went out and like hired a meal prep company like right after she signed up with me. And she had COVID. She had COVID, guys. Like, shout out to Shauna. You know who you are. Good job, girl. Like, this girl is freaking relentless. Like I said, she came into my program with COVID. Then she goes and hires a meal prep company. She has COVID for the second time while working with me and still showed up to the client call on Zoom today. And then my other client, Catrice, that was on the coaching call today because my clients have like 2 days where they can pick their private coaching calls. But Catrice, that was on the call today, she has a really stressful job, but she like continuously shows up day after day. She's down 7 pounds in 40 days. And I was like, girl, give yourself some credit. Pat yourself on the back. Like, that's winning. Like, when you can drop 7 pounds in 40 days, even with, having a stressful job and not having to, cut out carbs or count your calories or do any of those things. Like, she shows up relentlessly. So I'm really proud of my ladies. And then Shauna, she's also gotten like a really amazing results as well. She's down over 8 pounds. And she sent me this picture of her like looking fabulous in her like all white dress. And I'm like, girl, hunty, bring it. But anyways, yeah. So this is about showing up like regardless. And I think that a lot of people will think like, oh, well, if someone has COVID or if someone's sick or da 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 da, like, that's the time to like slow down and whatnot. And that's very arguable. That's very like subjective because what I teach my clients is like, if you are down with COVID, for instance, by all means, take time for rest, recovery, getting in your fruits and veggies, like prioritizing yourself, all of these things. Um, However, I preach balancing out this amazing balancing act between um, giving yourself grace and also being able to push yourself at the same time. Like we constantly have to do this balancing act, whether you're down with a sickness or not. Then this should be like your constant balancing act, because this is how you can like show up regardless. When you learn how to both give yourself grace at the same time and push yourself at the same time, then that's like the perfect combination of being able to show up regardless, because you know that showing up during those times where you are sick, where you are down, looks a lot different than when you can go full throttle and you can do all of the things, and you can do the meal prep, and you can do your step count, and you can do your lift days. But going full throttle when you're giving yourself grace during those times where you're down and out, maybe it's not a physical sickness, maybe it's depression, then giving yourself grace but also pushing yourself looks like scaling back where needed. Like maybe on those days that looks like self-care. Maybe on those days it looks like going for a walk. Maybe on those days it looks like doing something low impact, like yoga or Pilates or stretching, or just some light lifting. Okay, so there's so many ways to show up regardless, and that looks different for every single person, and only you know what that is. Your coach or whoever, excuse me, can't like show up to your house and like yell at you or do whatever and make you do anything. Only you know how hard to push yourself. Even if you have like an in-person trainer, after that hour or 30 minutes that you have in the gym with them, after that hour or 30 minutes that you have in the gym with them, they're not going to be holding your hand. They're not going to be, coddling you, right? So there has to be a level of pushing yourself, knowing your limits. There has to be just like taking some self accountability here and being able to self-assess. And so again, it's like that's really good balancing act. Like for me, while I've been sick, I've just mainly been focusing on walking, quite honestly, which it sucks because I'll like try to do some body weight movements, and then after a while my head and my body are just like, stop, what are you doing? And so I don't want to delay like getting better whatsoever, but at the same time, like I'm trying to like gauge like where I'm at, like what can I do. And that's the same thing that I would encourage you to do, is just like if resting is like the absolute best that you can do, then do that. If walking is absolute best that you can do, then do that. But there's so many ways to show up for yourself no matter what. So even if like, because I have a client that deals with chronic pain, chronic illness, and showing up for herself looks completely different on days where she has a flare-up or an episode, or excuse me, or on days where she's like completely fine and not experiencing symptoms. So for her, on those days where she is experiencing extreme pain, where she is experiencing a flare-up, then showing up for herself is going to look a whole lot different. Maybe that is, focusing more on her nutrition, because you can control what we put in our mouths. We can't control the portions in which we put in our mouths. We can control the quality of the food that we put in our mouths, and nutrition is the majority of the work. So honestly, you have no excuse not to be doing something for yourself. You have like zero excuse not to be doing something for yourself. But again, it's that balancing act of grace and compassion for yourself, self-care, as well as what can I do? Like, how can I still meet my goals? and merging the two, because having too much of the other is not healthy. So that's just my 2 cents. I said I wouldn't have a long life while I'm sick because I'm simply just like showing my best. My best is, at least since I made the commitment to go live 5 days a week, then I would just have shorter lives when I don't feel well. Like I literally could have done this live in bed, but I decided to stand up and show myself, even if it's with no makeup, even if it's with my glasses, even if it's with the annoying, stuffy voice and cough. So, anyways, guys, I hope this helps, that you learned something. If you got a takeaway, then make sure you drop a heart or some fire down below in the comments. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is, because honestly, if you have spent 11 minutes watching this, do yourself a favor and actually use it so that you can be successful in your own weight loss journey. And just science shows that if you type out like the biggest thing that you got out of it, like writing notes basically, then you are more likely to remember it, more likely you are to actually do it. So do something with the information that you just took in for the last 10, 11 minutes. Don't just, watch it and let it go in one ear and out the other, and then never do anything with it, never lose weight, whatever your goal is. But yeah, so I'm a certified fitness trainer and nutrition coach, and I help plus size moms and plus size nurses be able to lose weight without having to count calories, without having to count carbs or cut them out or step inside of a traditional gym. So if you want to know more about that, then give me a hashtag free info down below. If you have if you have been one of the people to answer the poll in my story, just know that I'm not ignoring you. But I plan to DM people that answer the poll in my story, and the people who had asked for any of the freebies in the last few days here. So haven't forgotten about you. I've actually screenshotted like who it was so I wouldn't forget, and I'll still be able to DM you even after the 24-hour like story disappears. But yeah, just bear with me and be patient with me, pretty please. Heart. Love you guys. And as always, it is faith, consistency, and hard work that will get you to your goals. And faith without works is literally dead. So you got to put in the work. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.